I may have just witnessed. But first of all, I want to apologize to the gang stalkers. I'm sorry for calling you losers. I just meant that it's a losing battle in the end, although right now it doesn't seem that way on your behalf, because it seems like you're winning, because you're winning in the physical, just not in the spiritual, because there's a great awakening that takes place at a certain time. I don't know the timing of it. I just know that it's just anything is like that. So when you drive by things that seem to be normal, they are to the average eye. It is normal. These are normal things. To your eyes, you see an action before you get there. When you look further down the road, you just see it develop. And for me personally, I realized that I absorb so much energy from this corporation, because the whole task for everybody during that day is to just get close to you, just be near you. I look at it like this: it's a way to get you prepared to be just a leader in general. When you can get rid of that feeling of being stalked, it's a real feeling. You experience it with the world if your eyes are open to it. And the way that they can train you is to get you to feel that when nobody's really doing anything. It's more in the spirit, but they are literally coming close to you on purpose. It's just what they're told to do. It ain't. I mean, what do they even know that they're doing? They don't, do they? Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I believe that's what Jesus was talking about, was mainly the people that are following you around. They don't even know what they're doing. They don't know why they're doing it to you. They don't even know who you are. They just know that they're told on this app or in their ear. They just have something that they need to do in order to be close to you. So I want to apologize. I'm sorry for calling you guys losers. I'm sure a lot of times you have fun doing it. I can see certain things that would be fun in return, though. That's the only thing that I would say something is done in return, not in retaliation, because retaliation has the word anger attached to it. When you turn the mirror on somebody, they don't particularly like it, but it just might make you feel a lot better about the whole situation. And who's to say what's evil or what's good? Is it evil for that guy, woman, to pull over, pretend she's broken down? But why would she do that? For what reason? And then those are those things where, nah, Robin, it ain't like that. That's just somebody, you're so, inconsiderate. Maybe you should be thinking more like how to help that woman. Does she need any help from the side of the road? But no, you choose to be Robin. Robin, the one that everybody crucified. Robin. Look, Robin was just a baby. He was the toddler. Henry is the one that gets to take over after Robin did all the work. Robin took the abuse, not me. I just get to reap the benefits from his abuse and learn from him in the same vessel. I'm learning from him how to control my anger, how to stop judging people, how to stop being irritated because the world revolves around you and you can't prove it except for to the people that are revolving around you. And you have to say these things out loud on the YouTube platform because that's the factor. That is the X factor, is if you can communicate through this YouTube platform directly to the people that that you've gotten their attention from not shutting up. Because I'll give it to Robin, he sure knows how to not shut up when he's talking. But all he's proven is that that's truly what's in your head all day long anyway, are these thoughts. The more you talk them out, the less they'll repeat in your head. The more you talk out loud to yourself, the less sickened you can be by the repetitive thoughts in your head when you're trying to be in silence. Robin was the toddler, pain in the ass, fat kid, Xanax, addicted. Didn't really, never fasted. Well, no, he did fast. Well, I'm talking about no, he did that too. Well, some of the things that Robin did, I give him credit for it. But that's why we're born, and I'm not even joking around. Why do you think we have two names? My name's Robin Henry Tees. Don't you think somebody knew along the lines that there's going to be two of us inside of one vessel from our father's nutsack? By design? By design. The DNA was mixed by Satan. And you see how Lucifer created his own mankind. I mean, it's a brilliant, that's one hell of a doctor right there, Lucifer is. And I'll just say it, the top candidate for me is Jonathan Kleck. He just fits that Lucifer role, the anointed one. I mean, it's the one I spent the most time on, so I'll just have to go, who do I spend the most time on? I'll go with that person as a reason why. It's because that's who you are, and I didn't even know it. That's why I spent so much time researching Jonathan Kleck. He just kept showing me things that he wanted me to respond to, and I thought at times I was offending him. I felt bad, but that was But Robin is the one that would attack first. See, I'm Henry. I'm the one that's the older one. I was born first. I mean, Robin, see, we're twins. We're born at the same time. But not that I was born first, I'm just the older one. Like my older brother, he's my younger brother. He's my oldest younger brother. Because his mind stopped developing after he took an acid trip around 13 years old and never was the same. Or never changed. Never was the same. He was never the same because of how drastic his brain changed. But he never changed because he didn't grow up. So did he never change, or did he completely change? When you're supposed to change, but you don't. So back to Lucifer. Lucifer, I've understood, is the flesh, it's the body, it's mankind made, handmade, like Abraham's handmaid. I forgot her name. Abraham and Sarah and the handmaid. So it's been since June 14th. It's almost been 365 days later when Jonathan Kleck's the main channel got shut down. And it was also I don't want to speculate, but I think it was the 1260th day since Derek Brose's channel was up. I mean, it was made, or at least the first video was December 31st, 2017. Exactly 9 months later from when I started my channel out of nowhere. Nobody told me to do it. I know what Kleck means. Sometimes I go back in time and show these things that happen, like that water rivers, and even same thing Kleck will repetitively go over and over and over. But you also do it to reassure yourself. Yeah, just hang in there, Robin. Hang in there. Because Henry is the one trying to tell Robin to hang in there. You're almost done, dude. I'm getting ready to take over. Henry's taking over. What you've done is going to be put in the record books. We're going to appreciate what you've done. You can go rest now. Let Henry take over, because you've graduated into retirement. Good for you. We're born with two names. We are literally two souls in a body. It's two souls in one body by design, that you would have a twin with you your entire life. And if you don't think so, just think of all the decisions that you've made opposite to the ones that you make now. I've listened to my enemy because Robin was the enemy of the flesh. Robin was, that's the first name. So he's kind of taking the birthright as Robin instead of Henry. What if Henry was born a second beforehand? How could you tell in spirit what spirit was birthed first? Well, the flesh usually is the one that just goes about and does whatever. The flesh is the fleshly instincts. Every time I got locked up, my spiritual instinct was speaking. Henry was screaming loud and clear not to do it, but Robin just decided to do it anyway. Popped a few more Xanax than he should have. And just like clockwork, like how gang stalkers pull right out to the front. It's like clockwork. It's just, and it takes place. And next thing you know, you're waking up and you're locked up again. Then I remember that feeling inside, the spirit inside. It was a different spirit, because it was the spirit of intelligence. The intelligent side of me was speaking to the dumbass, saying, yo, don't do it, dude. I'm telling you, it's not going to turn out good for you. And you're going to drag me along with you? Because Robin gets to birth right first. He gets to live his life to wait for however many years. Hopefully it's only 46 or 45. And then Henry can take over in the next realm of whatever the hell is going on here. You know, in my world, in my delusional world that I live in, I'm delusional. Patience. Patience. hang in there, Robin. It's you just, I know you got to repeat some things and you got to reiterate your own belief system that when you're feeling down and out, all alone, like nobody's doing anything because you're still working for a living. So that kind of proves what's going on. But not behind the scenes. The behind the scenes get birthed like a caterpillar first. You're not going to see anything. It's just going to all happen internally. And then as soon as you know it, the birthing happens. But I got to be patient and wait, because I've been waiting and I don't even know exactly what it is that I'm waiting for specifically, besides some type of drastic change of, it doesn't have to be a negative one either, just so I can learn a lesson. I'm talking about how many lessons do I got to learn until I get to live the way that you guys live that are behind the scenes. But I don't have to do anything because I already did it. The work put in secretly, I mean in the secret, because you can't see it, but it's purposed by God for that to happen between everybody. Distribute the information you got and speak as clear as you can through your code, and I'm trying to crack the code. I don't need a filter. I don't need a commander. I don't need anything or anybody to go to before I say, can I say this or that? What am I going to do today? What am I reading today? It's just all by a desire to do it, because I'm talking to people that are running this entire system. And even if they weren't, and even if nobody was running any system whatsoever, I still at least get to get out and flush out of my system the stuff that's been bottled up, and my head can simmer down more and repeat things less because I've already gotten it out. But I feel like I lose touch in communication when I don't get directly behind a computer and show from video to video the five different ones that are donning their donning Lucifer's creation and singing to him. When I don't show you 5 in the videos and keep up on everything daily, I feel like I get a little bit out of the loop, because I'm still working. There's bills that are always going to need to be paid if you want to live any kind of comfortable way. And eventually God is the result. God will put me to rest in peace. But that's only after the whole scheme, when that rests in pieces. Because it has to be smashed. It has to be broken. Nebuchadnezzar, he needs to have a heart like the heart of a man. The heart of an animal. He was living like an animal. Then he come down and live with the beast of the field like an animal. So if there's not 2 Nebuchadnezzars, at least one of the scripts would be King Neb lives like an animal. So it's a way to flush my system out, if nothing else. But I know better, because it's everything. YouTube is the house of God. In the Bible, this is what this is what the Bible is talking about. YouTube. It's the temple. Didn't Herod build the temple? At some point there was a census number man and create some virus and get as many people as possible to be numbered by taking that, because the only reason they're taking it is because they feel like they have to. So again, feels like we've been numbered already. Feels like the children 2 years and under have been crucified. But it also feels like they're just getting ready to be searched out too. Like a birth is getting ready to happen. But this birth is the one that wasn't expected, because it's like the second type of, the first one already happened, but I think the house of Israel didn't see it. The house of Judah seen it. The house of Israel. So it's Benjamin, the house of Benjamin and Judah. They're down by the west side or the south side. And then the other 10 tribes of Israel are down by the William Penn building side, in that little landscape. The Bible's also talking about the Philadelphia landscape too. It's all today. The people that are on YouTube that we're talking to, some of them are even maybe 100 years old. They don't look like it. But some of them are like 100 years. Some of them may be like 10,000 years old. Satan must have been there from the beginning. Speaking of Satan, let's see what this could be. All right, so there's no way out. This is the dead part of the turnpike, and it looks like it's dead stop, and I'm going to be here for a couple hours, and I only got to go like 3 miles ahead. Was this purposely done by a stall king? Because this is one way of definitely stalling you up. When you see dead stop brake lights, not a good sign. It could also be a deadly accident and you're just being insensitive because you don't believe anything is actually really happening. No, 10% of the time things are real. 90% of the time they're set up and acted out surrounding you, just because of the energy that you suck up. I suck up all of the energy that's sent in my direction, when the purpose is to drain me, but then they get drained. Just ask the YouTube agents who have tried their best to put fear to my heart, or to get me to stop talking, or to just doubt everything and anything, as if nobody's really watching and paying attention. Then I realized the top people on this entire plane of existence, including heaven and earth, is watching my YouTube channel. The one that's in control of heaven above, the one that is down below as the angel of the bottomless pit, and the one that's running this earth. Because Saul was the king. They said, give us a king. So according to the script world, that's exactly what happened. Saul gets in as the script. Now Jacob Israel is pretty good at writing scripts. He used to write for the WWE. And some other places. So you're pretty good at scripts, knowing them, setting them up. And then when you know the Bible inside and out too, and you've been alive for quite some time. I mean, you could, even if you're like almost 100 years old. Man, Jacob Israel. So you played the Scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz too? Because is that supposed to be Peter, John, and James along with Jesus, who's Dorothy? Because she's just trying to get home, and as the male-female system, it's set up like that. And if you're not truly fully human being and it's AI mixed, then that would mean you guys had a lot of fun playing different characters, playing the Beatles. Who was the one that got assassinated? Was that you, Kleck? John Lennon? And then were you also John F. Kennedy too, behind that mask? Oh man, Madonna, Barack Obama too. I don't know. I just always thought he would seem taller. Now maybe you guys can shrink your ankles up and down with the AI technology, where you have a suit of skin on the outside. You have like a normal human brain and eyeballs, and that's what got transferred from a flesh body to an eternal body. So maybe that's your eternal body, but you still have the sex organs inside of the body too. So that comes along with the brain, but everything else is mechanical, and your arms can stretch out more through the iron mixed with clay on the inside. You can just extend it like 6 inches, or your ankles from your calf, extend it 6 inches. You're 6 inches taller. With the amount of people that you guys played in the movies, and and I'm telling you, it was Jimi Hendrix was at the Tap Barn a few months back, like half a year ago. Me and my wife went there. He was white in a different suit, but he started playing guitar, and for the life of me, I didn't record that one, but I wish I did. And he started playing the guitar with his teeth. Like, who the hell? This is freaking Jimi Hendrix, honey. I'm telling you, I know these people. They're behind masks. They're not dead. They don't even die. They just hop in another suit. So John Lennon, when he died, if that was Jonathan Click, it's just the other. Or even John Lennon died, and then him at the time changed to the woman. That's why he died. That's why his career was set up from the beginning. You're going to be the Beatle. You're going to sing, or whatever instrument you played, and then you're going to die at the age of 40, and you're going to become Yoko Ono. We're going to change your appearance and everything. Okay, Johnny? Anyway, I remember when I was sitting in jail, and I was like, man, what I would do to just be in a traffic jam, and, in my nice new truck, instead of sitting here in prison, what I would do just to be in this, right here at this moment, right now. Because what I did to get in jail, I deserved it. I was accused of some other things that I actually didn't do. My cousin Joshua, right? He said some things that I actually didn't do. I wasn't even with him on a couple of the robberies that he did with those appliances. And I didn't defecate on the floor because he did. When I read the affidavit, I'm like, what the fuck kind of animal are you? Why would you shit on the floor when you're done? Well, why would you lie and say that your cousin was burglarized in the same place with you and some other dude he doesn't know? Well, to get time off. I forgave him immediately because I understood. I needed to be there in jail. He just got me there quicker. So technically I wanted to thank him. But that's just how I see it. You can try to use it, my negative Satan. I'll just flip it upside down as soon as you throw it at me, because I know it needs to go in the opposite direction. Now remember, accidents can be set up to make it look like accidents, or they could actually happen. But I remember in the movie scenes that accidents are no accident. At some point, something's got to give. This is the way traffic should be. It shouldn't even be traffic. So yeah, Lucifer, dawning his own creation. And even if Kleck wasn't, like, it's like if Kleck was the one that was set up to be Lucifer, and then in the end he's like Judas, he's going to betray you, and you got lied to. Even if that was the case. But I see it as this. Oh, you're going to be lied to, alright? The ones that actually have agreed, and they don't believe in spiritual change, because you can only believe in it when it happens to you. And then you tell your friends. See that? Another one. You're not going to get me on that one. Nope. See, I'm getting off. Now, would I mind being in a traffic jam? No, I mean, I'd rather be there than in jail. But if you can avoid it, why would you sit in it again when they're trying to stall you? Obviously, because the king loves messing with you, Robin. 10 right here. Signing off.